Hello everybody, we're going to look at the top 10 English verbs, the most used verbs in the English language, the most important verbs. We'll learn the present, past, and continuous tense for each verb, and we'll look at examples for each. So let's get started. The first verb is to be. And we're going to use the present tense, am. Am goes with I am. Is, we're going to talk about he, she, or it is. And then we, you, they are. So some examples. I am a student. She is my friend. They are good at soccer. Past tense, we have to change it a little bit. We're going to go to was. I, he, she, it was. And you, we, they were. Look at the examples. She was my 5th grade teacher. They were some of his favorite books. They were. And in the continuous tense, being. Example, I love being a teacher. Being a teacher is a lot of fun. All right. The second verb we have, to have. For he, she, it, we use has. And for I, you, we, they, we have. So some examples. I have a new t-shirt. They have long black hair. Past tense, had. Example, we had a very old car. She had a beautiful smile. The continuous tense, having. The kids are having a lot of fun. Having a lot of money won't make you happy. Having. The third verb is to do. For he, she, it, we use does. For I, we, you, and they, we use do. Here are the examples. I do my homework every night at 6 p.m. Next, she does a lot of chores for her mom. She does. Now the past tense is did. We can use it when we ask questions as well, right? We use the past tense for questions. Did you finish all of your work? Did you? She did 5,000 practice questions. She did. All right, and the continuous tense is doing. I'm doing my morning reading. She's doing a lot of extra work. She is doing. Our fourth verb is say. For I, we, you, and they, we use say. And for he, she, it, we use says. And notice the pronunciation there is a little bit different than you might think when we have an S. Without an S, we have say. But when we add an S, we change the pronunciation to says. Say and says. All right, let's look at the examples. They say you should drink a lot of water. She says she's very angry at you. She says. The past tense is said. Said. My mom said she will help me. The teacher said to study pages 56 to 92. The teacher said. The continuous tense is saying. Saying. All the boys keep saying the girl is cute. And the question, what are you saying? All right, that brings us to our next verb. Our next verb is to go. For I, we, you, they, we use go. For he, she, it, we use goes. Can I go to the store with you? The second example, she goes to Vietnam once a year. She goes. Continuous tense, going. Going. Where are you going? I'm going to Disneyland with my family. And the past tense is went. Went. She went to the United States last year. She went. The whole class went on a field trip. The class went on a field trip. Went. Our next verb is to get. To get. Okay, so we use get. And for he, she, it, we use gets. John gets up early every morning. That's a phrasal verb, but we use it just the same, right? John gets up early every morning. Can you get my hat for me? All right. The past tense is got. I got a strawberry ice cream cone. All right. So in this case, got means bought, right? To buy. We can use get. Get something at the store would be to buy something at the store. In this case, I buy a strawberry ice cream, so I can also say I got a strawberry ice cream. Got. She got a big present from her boyfriend. She got. All right, and then getting. She's getting a lot of spam emails. She's getting a lot of spam emails. He's getting into trouble every day. Getting. The next verb is make. Again, we have for I, we, you, they, we have make. And for he, she, it, we have makes. Example, you should make your bed every morning. You should make. My dad makes the best homemade hamburgers. Makes. My dad, right? One thing, makes the best, right? My dad makes. Past tense, made. Jim made a great big dinner for his family. Jim made. She made 3 goals last game. She made. All right. Continuous tense. Making. She's making only $5 an hour. She's making. I'm making many new English lessons for you. That's true, isn't it? I'm making a lot of lessons for you to learn English. I'm making. Making. All right. Our next verb is to know. To know. Make sure you don't say a K sound. There's no K sound. It's not kno, right? It's just no. Just imagine that the sound is just N-O. No. To know. All right, I, you, we, they know. She, he, it knows with an S. Some examples. Do you know Jim? She knows only a little bit of English. She knows. Past tense. Knew. Knew. Again, the K is silent. We don't say the K sound. Just imagine we're saying knew. N-E-W. Knew. Okay, she knew. He knew his parents would be angry. He knew. I knew you could do it. Keep it up. You'll be fluent in English in no time. This is my little motivation for you. I knew you could do it. You're doing a very good job learning English so far. Keep it up. You'll be fluent in no time. Keep using the lessons. Keep practicing. You can do it. I know you can do it. And here in our example, we have, I knew you could do it. That's what I'm going to say to you once your English is perfect or near perfect. I'm going to say, look, I knew you could do it. Look at the continuous tense, knowing, knowing. Look at the examples. Knowing the dogs are dangerous, he avoided them. Knowing. Now, when we use the word know, we usually actually don't say it in a continuous tense. Where you're going to say, I know the answer. You wouldn't say, I knowing the answer. We don't say that. So this is a little special. You need to use this in a certain situation. And this is the type of situation we might use knowing in a sentence. Knowing the dogs are dangerous, he avoided them. Another example. Knowing her well, he was able to find a gift she would like. Knowing her well. Okay. The next verb is to think. To think. I, we, you, they think. He, she, it thinks. Let's look at the examples. I think you need to practice a lot to get good at English. That's what I think. You need to practice a lot. If you want to be good at English, keep practicing, and I'm going to help you. This is an example sentence, right? I think you need to practice a lot to get good at English. I think. Next example. She thinks she is the smartest girl in the world. She thinks. And the past tense is very different. Thought. Make sure you're making the TH sound. Thought. Thought. There's examples. I thought about your offer. I thought about. He thought he could win the race. Thought. He thought. And that brings us to our continuous tense. Thinking. Thinking. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? She's always thinking about other people. Thinking. All right. That brings us to our 10th verb. To take. To take. I, we, you, they take. He, she, it takes. Let's look at the examples. Nancy takes the bus to work. Take your time with the project. By the way, this is very useful as a phrase, if you can remember this. Take your time. Take your time. The past tense is took. Took. Here's an example. It took her an hour to get ready this morning. It took her. Took. They all took the train to school. They all took the train to school. And then the continuous tense is taking. Taking. Examples. The children are taking their time coming home. I'm taking my son to school. All right, so there we have it. We looked at our 10 verbs. We looked at the present, past, and continuous tense for each one. And we looked at several examples. I hope this lesson was very useful. And I'm going to make the next lessons soon with the next most important verbs. First, practice the top 10, and then we'll look at the next most important verbs in the next video.